here with Anthony Nicholas from Hudson Mortgage.
What's up, Corey?
How you doing, man?
Great. Thanks so much for having me today.
No worries. No worries. I'm delighted you're here. You have a lot of experience with doing these videos and, marketing yourself. You're sort of, I think, two steps ahead of the game,
Appreciate that.
If these
I don't know if that's true or not, but I appreciate it.
It seems like you are. You're telling us what to do. So I just wanted to have you on here. I wanted to start off with one little question that I like to ask most people right now is, what are you doing right now to sort of keep positive? For two reasons I asked this question. Obviously we're going through, what we're going through, but also the business is crazy busy, like insane. And that can sort of test your nerves as well.
Yeah. I'm hiring people, man. I need help. So if anybody out there watching is looking for a position in the mortgage business, learning the business, experience or not, reach out. Happy to talk to you.
Do you have anything that you do that you're just like, okay, I gotta have some me time right now?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. And that's honestly something that, that keeps me positive and motivated. And then that's just, when this all began, I made a decision that I was that I was going to be a little bit more selfish and that I was going to work out every single day. The other thing is, like I said, I really have been hiring. So we have, 2 new people in the last 6 months. So having that, young, inexperienced energy around, and they're like little sponges and just, being on my game for, training them and, showing them the right way to do things. So overall, I think I'm in a pretty good spot right now because of those reasons. I think if it were just me and I wasn't getting my workouts in, I would be totally, stressed out, worse than I am, and, probably a lot more burnt out.
And you've been in this, the financial business, what you're doing for a long time, right?
Yeah, in one capacity or another. Yes, I started in this business, in this crazy business in 2003 as a loan officer, and shortly thereafter I did change and move into wholesale lending, where I was not dealing with retail clients looking to purchase and refinance homes, but I was dealing with loan officers and mortgage brokers, and representing my bank and our programs and products and stuff. So I got a really good understanding of how, the secondary markets work and interest rates are made and what the competition is as far as other lenders and the differences that they can offer versus what my bank could offer. Then when, the financial crisis hit, most of those banks went under and imploded. And so then I went back into the retail position in 2008. So since 2008, I've been exclusively doing what I do right now, which is to, help any first-time buyer, move-up buyer, any clients that are thinking of purchasing or refinancing, to, get them their numbers in order, make sure that their goals are met and that their monthly payment matches up and the cash to close is what it needs to be. And that's primarily what we focus on with each and every client. So the 2 good things that really has come out of this has been, one, back to a standard where, in order to see property, you need to speak with a lender, because unless you're buying in cash and you need a mortgage, you need to get pre-approved, and to try and get pre-approved in a day right now is not very smart or realistic. So the better that, the sooner that you can prepare, the more prepared you will be when you find the right property and need to make that offer. The other really positive that I took from all of this is the video conferencing, the Zoom and the Google.
Yep. Everyone's all ready for it. What now? Were you born and raised in New Jersey?
No, man, I'm from Jamaica, Queens. My parents moved me up to Rockland County, New York when I was just getting into middle school, so 6th grade. Yeah. Really fun time. But it was the best thing that they ever did for me. That's like one of the things that I connect with all the city the people moving up from the city. I was that kid that they're looking to make that move now for their kids usually. And I just encourage them and tell them that it's truly, the best thing that they can do. I'm living, breathing experience of that. And so I originally from Queens, moved up to Rockland, and now Now we're here in, well, we still live in Rockland, but we're covering, my mortgage office is in Closter, New Jersey. And then we have offices in Wayne and Morristown and Fort Lee and all throughout. And I just love the business in New Jersey. It's so much more clearer than in New York. And I just feel like overall, my clients in Jersey are just happier because the closing process is not as crazy as it can be in New York.
Mm-hmm. And as a person who's moved to New Jersey from somewhere else, what do you think what's the biggest draw of New Jersey?
I love how every area, every town in Jersey, you get something for your money. They have a little town center. They have great parks. They have great schools for the most part. And, you can have a little downtown area, a little local coffee shop where you know everybody's name. And there's a real community feel for me, that's important. I like that. I like that a lot about most of the areas in Jersey. Nice.
Okay. So we're going to get into a little personal stuff now. Okay.
All right. Shoot.
So in the morning, what are you? Were you a coffee guy or do you go for breakfast first? Or none of the above? Coffee?
Coffee first thing, black usually. And, then throughout the day, I'll sweeten it up a little bit sometimes, but I'm running on lots of coffee right now.
How about, okay, so I got the most interesting Anthony, okay? I'm going to give you 4 Anthonys here. Tell me the most interesting one. So we got adult Anthony. We got high school Anthony, we got middle school Anthony, and elementary school Anthony. Who's the most interesting one?
Oh, that's a good question, man. I'm definitely an interesting dude. So I think I've always kind of been this way, man. I'm gonna say probably some of the wildest stuff was in high school. I really didn't care. And I was looking for like any bits of attention that I could get. So I was doing some wild stuff then.
What was your go-to attention move? What was your go-to, I got to get attention in this party right now?
It was usually either an impression or, like a Saturday Night Live, Adam Sandler impression, or one of the shopping cart or the lawnmower, or one of the funny dance moves. It depended on who I was trying to impress.
Okay. So now, if you were like me, I sort of realized I was an adult pretty late in my life, probably around the 28 or 29. When do you have a distinct memory of when you were like, okay, I'm an adult?
Yeah. When at the birth of my daughter.
Oh, okay.
Really not before that either. It was that triggered. Okay, it's not about you anymore. You gotta grow up here. And I am a very mature, hardworking person and everything like that. And I really always have been. But there were just completely different goals and things that mattered to me before having kids. And when I had my first daughter, it was this total shift in mentality from like, okay, where are we going, on vacation? What are we doing? What's the next concert or game we're going to like, okay, got to make sure that we're putting the, 10% away. We got to pay for, college, and we got to make sure that we got, enough savings. And that's where like the financial aspect of my adulthood really took effect about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And because of that, limiting myself in terms of my finances, it kind of forced me to grow up in some other ways as well. So I would say definitely the birth of my first child, and then the twins, man. Because like we had it kind of figured out with the two. We had our first in 2013. Then 4 years later, we had our second, and thought we were pretty much done. 3 months after that, found out we were pregnant again with twins. And that was like another little reality check. Like, oh, you think you have it figured out. No. You definitely are back to the drawing board.
What do you want as that 20-year-old, the clueless 20-year-old, or even a teenager? What do you want back? What do you want back from that person?
I want college. I want to redo at college. I want to redo it in college.
Okay. All right. So I like to do a little speed round. Okay. I don't want to give you much time to think. Okay. So I'm just going to fire off questions at you. You answer as quick as possible. I promise there's nothing too embarrassing in here. I'm not tricking you.
We'll see.
All right. Ready? What's the best music to work to?
2000s, 90s, and 2000s hip hop.
All right. Best music to relax to?
Country music.
Best music to drive to?
Where am I driving?
Long drive. Long drive.
A long drive? I'm going to go classical rock. I'm all over. I love music, so I'm glad you asked me about music. Like, I would even go specifics and say, like, you know, probably give me, like, for a long car trip, give me, you know, some Led Zeppelin, some Journey, and some Billy Joel, and I'm good.
All right. Yeah, I like those ones. I'll ride shotgun with you.
All right.
Coke or Pepsi or other?
Pepsi.
All right. Your go-to fast food or cheat meal?
Pizza.
Something you wish wasn't bad for you. I think you can.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Okay. Beer, wine, or whiskey?
Whiskey.
Football, baseball, basketball?
Football.
Most embarrassing thing that's happened this year?
Most embarrassing thing that's happened this year. I don't embarrass much, but
that's not repressed.
Yeah. Come back to that.
Pass. Yeah, jump out of a plane or dive to the Titanic.
Jump out of a plane.
Okay. Name one of your hobbies that you wouldn't mind doing as a career.
I would say probably training. You know, personal trainer.
Okay, personal trainer. Got it. Finish this sentence. I am not a fan of
drama.
You're not talking about Netflix, are you? That's great, man. Well, is there anything you got to say to close out? Because I'm all good.
Dude, I love that we're doing this, man. I hope we can do this again. And I am, you know, excited to be on here and talking to your database. Definitely will be happy to share this with, you know, with my social media database also. And, you know, if anybody has any questions, not about what was the most embarrassing thing this year for me, but anything else of that I can handle.
Yeah, you just call this number right here. And I'm editing this, so the number may be coming up here. It may be there or there. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know what I'm doing with that.
I mean, I want to do another one of these now where I get to ask you some personal questions.
Oh yeah, if I don't like the question, I just make it up. No, I'm joking. All right,
this was awesome, man. You were like totally on point, prepared, had great questions. That was awesome.
Well, if you ask my wife, I've got one of my strong gifts is the gift of gab. It's just every once in a while at parties, you gotta be quiet. And then that's when I get the elbow.
Well, you know, as long as you mix in like some good questions, I think you're good.
Cool.
I think you're great.
All right, man. Well, until I see you on the next deal, man.
Definitely. Pleasure doing this, Corey. Anytime, bro.
And we'll be meeting at the office sometime soon.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know next time you're going in.
All right, brother.
All right, take care.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Bye.